Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 7. So, last time we had a little love interest from Itadori's time in school, who he was, nice to her. He even said that if there was any girl in the school to pick, he'd pick her. And then she, had a growth spurt, lost a lot of weight, got a lot taller. Now he fits a little bit more of his image. Tried to talk to him. They had a good little lunch together as friends with him as well, and never exchanged phone numbers, but at least Nobara has it, right? So maybe something in the future. And then we jumped into a very different storyline where Mekamaru has been spying for Geto and them, but only to get his body back, and now that he has his body back, it seems like he's turning back to our side, and now he's trying to get the attention of Gojo in order to protect him. So, I guess we'll see how all that falls, how will he be punished for what he did, I don't know, but we have a giant mecha battle going on, and, Geto and Mahito got blasted. I'm sure they're gonna be okay. And they're in a veil right now, right? Or a curtain that blocks the communication. So we'll see if anyone finds out. But yeah, we're going to start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Blast. Okay, so we saw him dodging energy somehow. Yeah, he's fine. Oh, we saw this. Yeah, we saw him do that landing, so we knew he was okay. Crazy visuals. He uses years that he saved up, too, right? Godzilla! Ultimate Mekamaru. Good luck with that. Okay, maybe this is what we saw at the end of the episode, right? Because he had 17 years and he burned 1 year. Yeah, this is... Okay, this is what I thought we saw last. I doubted myself. We were recapping, guys. Well, that dam isn't damming no more. Well, he got out away from it. Evening festival. Okay. Oh. I know I liked it the first time, but the way that song started, I just really liked it. It tickled me a little. I rewatched this to try to get a good scene to use as the background for my thumbnail. And I saw that train scene again. It's so messed up how he's just skipping through the train, murdering. My best friendo. We still have yet to, granted we only had 1 episode of the kids again. But we have still yet to see Sukuna activate his, Oh, what was the word for it? It was whenever he said a certain word, they'd swap, right? Man, I knew it too, and I can't remember now. I'm trying to think of like synonyms to like swap and switch. It was something like that. I wonder how much energy it burns just to like throw normal punches with that thing, right? Like he burnt a year to do the cannon, but is Geto just off hiding somewhere? He turns into a fish. Nice. 2 years! My guy! So is his power not strong enough to like shoot out of the veil and make like a beacon of light of like cursed energy power like through the veil? Would that not draw attention? Okay. That's not good. Technique loaded. He had like a canister of a cursed technique? Oh. Will that do something to Mahito, though? Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, kicked him right in the face. Well, I guess he kicked his whole body. Jeez. Just still going. Like, did that not go outside the veil? How big's the veil? Hmm. Be a little bit more scared now, Mahito? Jeez, he just drop kicked him with a mech. Hmm. Yeah, he might be a little smaller or something. He took parts, like, from somewhere else to bring the arm back. Like, 5 inches shorter now, or something. Hmm. What moment are you waiting for, Geto? Does Geto want to absorb Mahito? But Mahito's, like, too strong to do it? Is that what Geto's, like, hoping for? If that was the case, why didn't he do it to Jogo when Jogo got fucked up by Gojo? I hate how close their names are together. Oh my god, this is like some Mob Psycho combat going on right here. Just fucking laser beams blasting everyone everywhere. I love this sequence though, following him with the different transformations. Like mouse, gorilla kind of thing. Freaking 6-armed creepo. Freaking wild. Uh-oh. You gonna try to shoot another one? Same move, right? Still thinking about his friends, even all that he's done. Oh, innate domain. There it is. Oh, look at his face. Damn. The hands just like going through and just tearing pieces apart. Ugh. It's so like sensually disgusting. Well, so does that? Yeah, so is he just done? He still has 9 years. Oh, it's just turning off. So he can't use those years anymore. 10 days. Oh shit. I didn't realize we were that close. So he hasn't been idol transfigured yet. He's still a person. About to do something. Damn. Is that the same technique that makes it so he can't regenerate? Simple domain. Yeah, we've seen her do it. Yeah, Miwa. You're a disgusting creature, Mahito. Alright. He broke out of the domain. Interesting. Did I understand that right? Oh. Does he like Miwa? A lot of focus on her. Oh, well. Is that death? Just his normal body again? Or is just another one of these? Ugh, look at him. Ugh. What a disgusting thing you are. I can't get over it. This one's putting up more of a fight than the others did. Jeez. Oh. So crazy how he can be so big after having, like, several parts of him destroyed, seemingly. Like, several parts of his soul destroyed, it seemed like. Shit. Flashback? Or is she just sitting with his, like... Hmm. The baseball game. Ah. Damn. Hmm, okay. So the second one didn't exactly work? That damn nail thing again. That was similar, they used that before, right? They stuck it in the ground and hammered it in. The weird coat rack guy did that. So is Mekamaru just dead? Whatever his real name is. Hmm. Okay. So crazy how far they put these mid cards into the episode sometimes. So are we actually at Halloween now? Are we already here? Why? Oh. She can see a little more. Well, there's the veil. Oh, they can't get out. Oh boy. We're about to see a lot of deaths, aren't... Oh my god. Are they just... Oh my god. Are they just all dying? Jesus. I don't know if they're dying. They're at least getting sucked up. They're probably dying. I mean, it did say October 31st, right? 2018. Alright. Hmm. Okay. Jeez. Team Zenin. That's him. Can Maki just walk in? I guess normal people couldn't get out, right? So a normal person probably couldn't get in. Makes sense. Alright, setting up all the teams. Hmm. What happened to all the people sucked up in the tornado, though? Hmm. So there are a bunch of people that are just gone, right? Oh, well. This is Gojo. Alright. He's here. 2031, Gojo Rise. Ah! Wow, okay, so that caught me by surprise. I didn't expect to jump straight to Halloween. I will say I was a little confused by that. I think they could have handled that a little bit better. I mean, obviously I know they gave us the date, but it was just like sudden. It was like, oh, like, so for the 10 days that whatever happened to Mekamaru, does it just no one know that happened? Or did they find that out? That's just where I'm confused. Like, I'm fine jumping to Halloween, but like, I don't know. It felt like we kind of got left hanging. Like, is Mekamaru alive? Is he dead? Do our guys know about it? Does Kyoto know about it? Like, what info is there? Unless I missed something in the subtitles that said it, but it seems like we had that conversation with Miwa and him, and maybe that was just one of his dying thoughts or something, and then we moved on. But I'm just really curious what all of our characters know, right? And then we just jump 10 days to Halloween. I'm sure we'll learn, right? Eventually we'll learn. Or it's something I missed, and I'll find out. But damn, okay. We're at the Halloween incident. They have the veil down. They're calling out Gojo. You know, I think one of their plans was to seal him in their box thing, right? That is it, guys, for episode 7. But yeah, their a plan way back when was to seal Gojo away within the prison realm, I think is what it was called. So I guess we'll have to see whether or not they succeed in doing that, right? And if they do, I have a feeling they might. I have a feeling Gojo might break out of it, or our characters will help save him. I'm not sure. But I do hope that Gojo has some kind of plan. I hope he doesn't get caught by surprise. And, like, the problem is if Gojo remains free, then there's nothing left for any of these other teams we just saw to do. Also, interestingly enough, we didn't see a team with Itadori on it, did we? And he's, like, up there, right? Like, we saw Fushiguro on a team, and I think, obviously, Fushiguro now has his little domain that he's been working on, right? His innate domain. But yeah, I don't know, like, when it's showing the teams, we have Panda and that other guy. We have Team Zenin, which has the Zenin clan leader, Maki, and Nobara. And then we had Team Nanami. I don't know if they called it Team Nanami. But we have the team that has Nanami Ino, I think his name is, or something like that, and Fushiguro. But I don't think we never saw, like, a team with Itadori, so I'm really curious if Itadori has, like, some kind of special mission in this, right? Where he's, like, doing something special. I don't know. We'll have to see, but it might come down to whatever Itadori's doing in order to save Gojo from what this is. It's Gojo walking confidently in makes me hope he has some kind of plan. Even if he gets captured, I'm still gonna think maybe Gojo has a plan, right? And that plan might be Itadori just because of how strong he is. So, we'll see. I'm still trying to, like, remember the phrase that needs to be said in order to switch Sukuna in them, because I'm still waiting for that to come into play. It was like, it obviously wasn't like switch or swap. It was almost like more of like a borrow your body kind of thing. Like, when I say, I was trying to like trigger the memory based off like how the lines went in that episode. But anyway, it's really not a big deal, because I'm sure as soon as we see like them say the word and then the tattoos show up, we're gonna know what it is. And as soon as I see the word too, I'll be like, oh, that's it, you know? But it was just bugging me. I was just trying to see, like, now that I'm not focused on like reading subtitles and watching an episode, I was thinking like maybe I could think of it. But it's not like exchange, right? I don't think so. Huh. When I say, I don't think, did I take notes in season 1? I think I started taking notes after I watched, yeah, I took notes in the movie and then season 2, and that's all I have. I started taking notes after I watched season 1. I used to not do notes, but anyway, regardless of that, that has really nothing to do with this episode. But yeah, like it seems like there's a bunch of special grades underground. They sucked a bunch of people under there. I don't know why. I don't know if they used Mahito to do idol transfiguration. I don't know, to like turn them into more soldiers, right? But it seems like maybe, like, I wonder if the higher-ups know that that happened, right? Because they seem very chill. Like, that one guy was being like, ah, yes, I looked inside, and it seems fine, you know? Everyone, it seems peaceful in there. Yeah, after half, like, 70% of the people in there got sucked into the ground, you know? I don't know what percentage, but that area was packed. Like, it was packed. Like, when it did the zoom-out shot, it had, like, the police tape, but then the rest of it was just so many people, and it felt like there was so few people when it cut back after the tornado sucking people thing in. So maybe that happened before our people even had a visual on it, so they don't even know that there were so many more people. But anyway. Now, we had that moment during the fight earlier on in the episode where Geto was like, I might get my chance. Like, I wonder if he is trying to absorb these guys, right? Because his whole thing is, like, absorbing cursed spirits. Like, it is interesting because it is kind of controversial because he doesn't want cursed spirits to exist either, right? Because they kill his friends. He wants sorcerers to exist, and that's it. He wants to kill all the other humans. Anyone who isn't sorcerers, he either wants to turn them into sorcerers or kill them. So I'm definitely curious, and that also by having all those people control their cursed energy, by only having sorcerers that exist, that will get rid of curses, right? So I do wonder if there was something. I almost want to go back and see the line again of like how exactly he worded it, but I got a vibe of like he wants to absorb, like, Mahito, maybe even Geto, not Geto, that's him, Jogo, and, Hanabi? Hanabi? I think it might be something like the like, plant one's name, or, like, the tree one. Maybe he wants to absorb all of them. There's also the Kraken one, which, the octopus-looking one that was just floating in the water, right? That we haven't really seen much of yet. I wonder if that one does fight or anything, or whatnot, but that was like the fear of the oceans or whatever, right? Because they're all based off like big fears, like mountains, oceans, forests, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just curious if he is just biding his time. Like if he can get rid of some of the biggest cursed spirits that exist, then one, he might gain their power and be able to fight better, and also, you know, what's stopping him cursed spirit wise after that? If he's more powerful and manages to take down like the strongest ones, then like I said, what's left? Unless another new one manifests. I mean, there's also Sukuna, I guess, too. But yeah, it just seems something like that. So, and it does make sense that Geto wouldn't team, right? He wouldn't team with the things that he hates, like, so I think he's just manipulating them for his own ends, which is interesting. I wonder if they realize it. Like, obviously, I'm sure there's some level of trust in each other, but then I'm sure by the nature of cursed spirits, I imagine there's some level of, like, deceit where you're half expecting the person you're working with to betray you at any time. I feel like that's kind of their relationship, so maybe we'll learn more about that, but I did want to talk a little bit as well about the simple domain, which is cool that he got that idea from Miwa, it seems like, and it seems like he did kind of like her as well. I don't know if it was like a crush thing or if, you know, it seemed like it was, right? The way Miwa talked to him, too, it almost seemed like there was a little thing for her, too, there. But maybe it was just her being nice as well. We know that she obsessed over Gojo when she met him, but just because you, like, idolize someone doesn't mean you love them, right? Or like them even in that way. Like, it's kind of like with regular people looking at, like, a rock star, you know, or like a, you know, like a singer, actor, whatever. It's like, I know I'm never going to be with them, but I can still sit there and be like, ooh, they're so hot, I want their autograph, you know, kind of thing. So maybe in her more realistic expectations, she had a thing for Mekamaru, like, and wanted to meet him, you know? I don't know. Or maybe she was just being nice. Like, she was like, oh, we all have a good relationship, but you seem the most distant. I want to try to fix that and have that kind of relationship with you, too. It could just be a nice thing, and unfortunately, sometimes guys will misconstrue that niceness as meaning they like them, you know, and it always stinks when that happens. But either way, my whole point, simple domain, I want to talk about that because he utilized a simple domain, and the way that Geto talked, it seemed like by utilizing a simple domain, with domains always hitting, even a simple domain one, it seems like Mekamaru was able to hit even his soul, right? Like, because there's a whole thing about Mahito where normal attacks don't do anything, because he can just reconfigure the shape of his soul to heal it instantly, right? You have to attack the shape of his soul to do any damage to him. But the way that Geto explained it, he made it seem like when you're using a simple domain or any kind of domain, when the hits are guaranteed to hit, then they will actually do damage to Mahito. It felt like that's what he was saying. Maybe I misunderstood it. I'd have to go through and see that scene again. But that's pretty... So, like, the biggest counter to Mahito would be a domain then, right? Like, so anyone's domain can hurt him, I would assume. But I guess he had to do a simple domain because, one, he might not be capable of making a full-on domain expansion in the first place, right? But then, on the other side of things, when you're doing one while you're within one, it needs to be stronger to, like, cancel out the other one, right? That's what we learned back in Season 1. That's when Gojo did the Limitless against the Limitless innate domain against Jogo's what is it, like, I don't know, it was like Fist of the Iron Lung. I don't know how I remember that, but I think it was something like that, right? Or fit, like, oh shoot, now I'm maybe like Iron Mountain, something Iron Mountain. Anyway, it was something like that. But yeah, and he managed to cancel it out because of that. But maybe doing a simple domain within a domain will allow you to do a similar thing, just not as safe and not as strong. I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, we just need to get... If that is the case, we just need to get Mahito in a domain, right? I guess that also makes sense with, like, Sukuna. Sukuna kind of brought Mahito into, like, his mind space, right? Kind of thing. And I assumed that was him hitting the soul, but was that sort of like a mini domain thing that happened there, and then he hit him within it? So then it did damage? But it seems like both, because of the fact that he has two souls within him, both Itadori and Sukuna are able to strike the soul as well. So maybe it was just that, regardless. But I was just trying to think back to examples we've had before. But yeah, definitely interesting. I wish there was more repercussions, because the first time when he lost his arm, I thought he was... Because obviously he can, like, redistribute parts of his body, and maybe he is a little smaller than he was before, and I didn't notice it. But he seemed like after that fight he was perfectly fine. And I get that the second attack didn't work, because, like, the moment of impact, he said he, like, blew his body apart to, like, fake his death. So that way maybe it didn't actually impact the way that they thought, and it didn't actually destroy any of his soul, because he blew it apart himself. But I still think he lost his arm in that first bit, and then had to reconstitute other parts of his body to bring the arm back, right? But I didn't see any evidence of, like, his body being reconstituted. But, I mean, maybe he is a little shorter than he was before, like I said, and I just didn't notice it. If we look at him, like, standing... I think we might have seen him after the fact, standing next to Geto. I wonder if we looked at him before and after, if he would be, like, a little shorter or a little thinner or something like that. I don't know. But I wish there was a more visible, like that fight actually, like, mattered. Like, actually did something to Mahito, actually managed to damage him. I don't know. But also, like, when a normal spirit... like, or when a special grade spirit loses their arms, they're able to, like, regenerate it, right? Like, we saw Itadori lose his hands and Sukuna, like, brought them back. We've seen Hanabi, like, lose a huge chunk of her body, and I imagine she healed that back. But if, like, parts of his soul get destroyed, do they not come back? Or does it just take time? Because that's a big hindrance. Like, sure, you're immune to most other physical attacks, but... like, I guess if you knew how to strike the soul, could you strike the soul of another spirit? Like, if you struck the soul of Hanabi, could you make it so she couldn't regen either? Does it work like that? I don't know. I have a lot of questions, but I'm sure we'll learn a lot more things as we go forward. I can't believe we're already at the Halloween. This is, like, the big event, right? This is, like, what they teased in the last season. So I guess we'll see what their big plan is, how they plan on getting Gojo, and once they get Gojo sealed, what do they plan on doing, right? Like, I still don't know, other than sealing Gojo, I don't know what their move is while he's sealed. So, anyways, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see 2 more episodes ahead. You can do so on there. There's also extra shows on there like The Last of Us. The rest of Better Call Saul that isn't released on YouTube yet is on there. All the seasons, check it out. And we'll be replacing Last of Us soon with a new show as well. So a lot of things are going to be up on there. As well as for anime, I'm watching Symphogear. So check that out. I'm on the 5th season, the 5th and final season. So I'll be finishing that up. So check it out. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.